Data breach costs are at an all-time high. The average organizational cost of a data breach is $7.2 million, and US data breaches cost their organizations an average of $214 per compromised record. Lost USB drives are a major cause of data breaches. More than 70% of IT security managers say that a data breach was caused by sensitive or confidential information contained on a missing USB drive. Yet, the majority of those IT security managers agree that USB flash drives increase employee productivity. There lies the issue. Secure productivity is badly needed in the workplace. Good news! There is a solution to this problem, and it is both simple to implement and affordable.
I'd like to show you how simple it is to use the Lok It Secure Flash Drive. Lok It uses hardware authentication, meaning that the authentication or password entry is done using the onboard pin pad you see here. It doesn't use any software like a typical secure USB flash drive, which cuts down on a lot of the compatibility issues that occur with those. Lok It can be used on any operating system or equipment that has a live USB port. Everything that's stored in Lok It is protected with military-grade 256-bit AES hardware encryption, and the casing is actually hardened and waterproof anodized aluminum. To unlock, you simply enter your 7 to 15-digit PIN that you assigned. I'll enter mine here. Hit the key button, and I can tell from the green flashing unlock symbol that Lok It is unlocked, and I have 30 seconds to put it into a USB port. Now I can tell on my computer screen, if I zoom up here, that Lok It is actually already available to be used. So as soon as I entered my PIN, that decrypted the data, and to the computer, Lok It looks just like any other USB flash drive. I can just click it, I can open documents, I can drag and drop and save documents to it. As soon as Lok It locks, it encrypts the data, and if Lok It were to be lost, absolutely nobody could access that data. It's that simple.
An idea was born not in Silicon Valley, but in the heat of the blazing South Florida sun. 14 years ago, two men discovered a technology that allowed any Windows computer to be completely locked down and secured. Although interesting, how might this technology be applied to solve a current problem? Their innovative spirit combined with their entrepreneurial mindset as they looked into a variety of real-life situations and quickly zeroed in on one market that was in desperate need of change. This market was the world of high-stakes examinations. There were many issues surrounding administration of a license exam, including high expense, but they realized that the increased use of personal mobile computing devices, together with their innovation, could fix this test-taking process. Today, their once startup, ExamSoft Worldwide, is the leading provider of secure, high-stakes examinations, and the company is trusted and used by 40 state bar jurisdictions for administering bar exams, along with many other customers. But the two entrepreneurs did not stop there. They recognized that the security of all data was becoming more and more important and difficult. No longer could it be assumed that a single operating system would rule, and software has its limitations. This realization spawned a new venture, and after 3 years of development, Systematic Development Group launched the Lok It Secure Flash Drive, bringing the ability to easily and affordably secure portable data to enterprises and governments around the world. Here is George Wolfe, founder and president of Systematic Development Group.
I certainly sympathize with the issues IT managers are faced with daily. You are charged with providing the necessary systems in order to make your organization's processes efficient and productive, yet there is a constant tug-of-war with users that often don't take the proper measures to secure data and ensure the security of the network. This is a big problem. In this video, I'm happy to share with you some tips on how to properly evaluate secure USB flash drives and what makes the Lok It Secure Flash Drive so different from other secure flash drive solutions in the marketplace. After watching this video, you will be able to see how easy it is to provide secure productivity to the workforce, and also will help make sure you don't waste your valuable time and money on a purchase that might be worthless in a year or two. Avoid secure USB flash drives that can only be used if you run a software application in order to enter a password. This is probably what you are used to, where you first insert your flash drive into a USB port, then you run a software program that allows you to enter your password. You then have access to the encrypted data stored on the drive. There are issues with this method of authentication. One is that the software program will only work with certain operating systems. Most will work on a version or two of Windows, possibly a single version of Mac OS, and if you're really lucky, maybe one version of the many operating systems of Linux. When a new version of an operating system comes out, you will not be able to use your flash drive unless the manufacturer hopefully sends an update, and this is not always a sure thing. Wouldn't it be comforting to know that if you need to access a large file or to copy files from any piece of equipment, you can do so securely? Flexible USB flash drives that use hardware authentication allow you to connect to scanners, copiers, medical devices, DVRs, and even many of the new smartphones and tablet PCs which support USB. Be sure to look at all the possible uses of flash drives in your organization before making a purchase. To test whether a secure USB flash drive uses hardware authentication, just plug it into the nearest office scanner to see if you can scan a document. If it doesn't work, then it means the encrypted flash drive uses software authentication, not hardware authentication. Encryption is a funny thing because oftentimes you really have no idea if the encryption is actually occurring or whether it is at the advertised level of encryption. 256-bit AES encryption is an important factor, but the best way to know that it is actually implemented properly is through FIPS 140-2 certification. But beware, some flash drives claim that they use 256-bit AES FIPS 140-2 certified encryption, but this is very different than the entire flash drive being FIPS 140-2 certified. Be sure to choose a flash drive that is entirely FIPS 140-2 certified, not just the encryption. Maybe it would be helpful to you for me to share with you several comparisons between Lok It and other encrypted flash drives in the marketplace. I've got 4 differences that I think you would find enlightening. Let's start with something you might not think about with USB flash drive, and that is the physical security aspect. Lok It is the only hardware authenticated FIPS certified flash drive that has reached level 3 certification. Other drives are level 2, which means that they have not passed the strict requirements for physically protecting the internal flash memory and components. Lok It does this by starting with a hardened anodized aluminum casing and then filling the casing with an epoxy that will defeat forced access. Lok It is also waterproof and dustproof to International Protection Rating 5-7 standards. This helps when the foe is not a thief, but the washing machine. At no time has there been a broader range of operating systems in use. With other encrypted flash drives, they just won't work with office equipment such as scanners, copiers, and projectors that don't have a standard Windows operating system with a keyboard and monitor to enter a password. Because Lok It doesn't use any software at all, Lok It can be used on all of your USB-compatible equipment. This means that medical devices can save data onto Lok It directly, and Lok It can even connect to the new smartphones and tablets that have host USB or USB on-the-go capability, including those with Android. Let's get to a couple of serious items that relate to security. Other encrypted flash drives in the marketplace that require software to enter a password have 2 major security holes. The first hole has been demonstrated in videos already widely seen on YouTube. All secure drives that depend on software for password entry are susceptible to keylogging malware that can pick up the password being entered on the computer. This is a big issue because when you invest in a secure flash drive, you certainly want to be sure that it is completely secure and not just sometimes secure. The other security hole that is apparent in most other encrypted flash drives is that Lok It uses no executable files on the drive itself. This is important because many organizations are implementing security policies that do not allow the running of executable files from removable devices. This is a method from which malware can spread. Well, the first thing you do with other secure drives after you insert into a computer is run an executable file to launch the password software. Once again, since Lok It uses no software, there are no executable files to deal with, so those important security policies can still be implemented. Lok It provides any organization secure access and storage of sensitive data with all the flexibility of standard USB flash drives. The security is beyond reproach. With Lok It's FIPS 140-2 Level 3 certification and immunity to keylogging and embedded malware, there is nothing more secure. Lok It's flexibility is demonstrated by its ability to work not only on any operating system, but even with embedded systems in office equipment, medical devices, smartphones, and tablets. This is true investment protection because it is nearly impossible to know exactly what platforms will be needed 3 to 5 years from now, but you will always know at least your Lok It secure flash drive will be compatible. Deployment of Lok It couldn't be easier. There is no software configuration necessary as the security policies are built into Lok It, so each user simply creates their own PIN. Additionally, there are no ongoing costs for support of maintenance of Lok It. I think that you will find the flexibility combined with the unparalleled security of Lok It to be a perfect fit within your organization. We would like to offer you the ability to evaluate Lok It at no risk. If after you've had time to evaluate Lok It and for any reason there just isn't a fit, just send it back to us. You won't be charged a penny. At the end of the video, just fill out the evaluation request form and we'll get one out to you immediately. If you would like to go ahead and invest in Lok It on a smaller scale or for personal use, no problem. We have taken the liberty to send you an email for a special code that you can use at checkout. Fill out the evaluation request form or check your email now.